wins out of 5. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Thomas. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction. Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Looking to throw. Thomas.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Thomas. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The Texans at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw. Thomas. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Butker's kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
On play action, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Thomas now throwing to start the drive.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Hines. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Thomas. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Houston. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Winston's throw there complete to Allen.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Winston now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Thomas slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Pierce gets this one running right.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas.
He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
They run with Hines, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Thomas.
He still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I can just tell you from the defense's perspective, okay, they've got the lead, and they're getting all the bounces. What's going on here?
I guess the good news for the other side, still 3+ quarters remaining.
Yeah, maybe things will equal out over the course of the game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans football to start quarter 2. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
This is taken at the 23.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans.
You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Gets past one man. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Thomas. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Thomas. And this one is incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Thomas. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Gets hit, and he fumbles it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he finds McLaurin. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Jameis now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jameis to throw it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Thomas. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Pierce on the counter.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
Now it's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Thomas. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 27, Thomas. And Jones has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw. Thomas.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thomas. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, Came up with another conversion right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Garrett Wilson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Butker on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Allen's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, look at the juke.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Throwing, Winston.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Allen's got it complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A give running right, Gibson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
To throw, Winston.
He's got his pass.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Thomas on 3rd down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Thomas.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
Touchdown, Texans.
Garrett Wilson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are pouring it on. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look?
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 20. Touchdown, Titans. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, hey, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And here comes the Texans now.
Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
On 1st down, Thomas. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Give left side for Pierce.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A toss left side for Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his big tight end here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Winston now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Garrett Wilson, 94 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Russell Gage amped up and ready to go as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 29, Winston under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Thomas. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A 1st down throw for Winston. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
One more time with Gibson.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 2nd and very short, Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Julian Okwara coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On 3rd down, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to about the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Winston. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On third down, Gibbons. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Winston on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They run with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
88 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Thomas.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hines. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Jameis again.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down, Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And that'll be complete to the running back Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game is decided a while ago on that completion there. It's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Gibbons. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Texans, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.